When I think of evangelism, I think in our world today it's sometimes misunderstood. People think that evangelism is when someone tries to force them to accept something they don't want to accept or do something they don't want to do. But to me, evangelism is best when I simply share what God is doing in my life and what God has done and what God is willing to do in all of our lives if we're willing to allow God to work in our lives. People have often told me that they're afraid of evangelism or afraid to be involved in any kind of evangelistic effort because of their preconceptions. Their experience with evangelism is someone shouting at them or someone trying to force a tract or a material on them in a mall or something. But we don't need to be afraid to share good news. We share a restaurant that's good. We share when good things happen to us. And evangelism is when I share with someone or when you share with someone something that God has done and is doing in your life that has made you the person that God created you to be. With that in mind, I am so pleased to talk about Terry Bentley as our nominee this year. Terry has been a pastor for 40 years, currently serves the First United Methodist Church in Guntersville, has been there for 9 years, and has led that church in marvelous ways of reaching people for Jesus Christ. Terry's life reflects that sharing. Terry is one of the most consistent, kind persons that I know. He's someone who shares good news and truth wherever he goes, whomever he's with, and his relational evangelism, I think, has allowed him to touch many lives for Jesus Christ. I think one of the things we can learn from Terry is his consistency, how he gets up every morning, goes to work, gets up every morning with the goal of sharing the good news with someone. Terry is persistent and consistent. He perseveres when things go wrong and don't go the way he wants them to go, as they often do, but he consistently shares the good news of Jesus Christ with people in his church and people outside of his church. And I've admired his desire for these 35 or 40 years that I've known him, wanting people to know the good news of Jesus.